everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Ntilikina out there with Jones. And it's Davies in at the center position. Pass to Medu. Now here's Satoransky. Fires the three. Davies grabs the miss. And here's the fast break. Here's Bunga. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Here's Satoransky, and the layup falls.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Pass to Bunga. Drills it from outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Hernan Gomez a screen. Bangs home the trifecta. 5 points in the game.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Ntilikina. Going inside. Pass to Davies. Lets it go with a three. The three-pointer is right on target.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Now here's Parker. Now Satoransky puts up a deep three. And rebounded by Davies. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here he goes. They get it back. Shot clock at 6. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Medu passes to Parker. He takes it in, and the dunk by Parker.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Ntilikina. Puts up a three. Davies misses.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Over to the left wing. .137 left to play here in the first. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Snatched up. Pass to Bunga. It's good from long range. Bunga's got 6.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Bunga's gone 2 of 2 from three-point land tonight. Stolen away. And they're moving it up. Here's Jones. Satoransky grabs the miss. Parker surveying the floor. There's the drive. Off target at the rim.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And it goes down 2 points. Ntilikina's got his second bucket tonight.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Now here's Satoransky. Not a lot of room, and he jams it with authority.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Here's Bunga. He's got 6. Here's the screen. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
To the inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
They've got Fall, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Abrinas, offensive rebound. And Jones sends it back. Pokuševski is out there with Jones. Then there's Washington. And it's Lundberg in at the shooting guard. It's intercepted. And here is Washington. Pokuševski in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Pokuševski's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Abrinas. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Washington inside. From past the arc, and the 3-ball is good.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now, here's Vesely, defended by Pokuševski. Here's Laprovitola, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Provitola's got his first points of the game. Pass to Pokuševski. Back to Washington. Pokuševski with the ball. Traps in the tray. Pokuševski's got 6.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's Abrinas. A 3 from Anderson. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the last few years, we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players. But with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects, and about 3/4 of the tradable picks awarded by just a third of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Pass to Fall. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Laprovitola. Another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The first one falls.
At the line for 2. Fall.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. So, Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
Washington, that's good.
Washington.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Laprovitola. And he gets it back. Here's Aprinas. Off target from outside. With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Here's Lundberg. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Pass to Pakusevsky. The offensive rebound. The three. The three. Good on the triple. Pakusevsky's got 9 points in the quarter. Wesley with the ball. Here's Aprinas. Wow! Huge! And buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Up by 15. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
You take a look at the visitors. They haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic?
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the home team.
They've got to run.
Thanks for spending half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's Satoransky. Parker out there with Medu. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the 2. And that one is hammered home.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Now, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
We've got Ntilikina. He's out there with Jones. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor. Defended by Jones. For 3. Davies grabs the miss. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Bonga gets the bucket. Bonga's got 11 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Satoransky, the pass to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Here's Bonga. He's got 11. This one for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. He's got 8.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
No good with the triple.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Wasted no time on that one. That's 7 points for Parker.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Satoransky grabs the miss. Satoransky's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shoots it. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Davies misses. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Parker. No good with the layup. Outside, Jones. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Bonga from deep three-point land. Satoransky grabs the miss. Satoransky's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the middle. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day, because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft.
3 points.
EA, thanks.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Medu. Launches it. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Bonga, no good.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Stolen by Jones. And they're pushing it up. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 11.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's the 3. Bangs on the trifecta. Jones has got 6 here in this quarter.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Back to Satoransky. Parker left side. Pass to Satoransky to stop the run. Kept alive. The second chance effort, and it's blocked. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And do not go away. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Anderson, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the point. Pass to Lapro Vitola. Now here's Anderson. Defense right on him. That one falls.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Here's Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jones has got his first bucket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Anderson's shot is off. Launches from deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
He's covered by Anderson. Back to Washington. 5 to shoot. Rebound by Vesely. The 3 ball. Drills the 3-pointer.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
A shot by Lundberg. No good. Here's Aprinas. Nailed from 3-point land.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions, and defensively, they need stops.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's Latprovidola. He's covered by Washington to the right side. Here's Abrinas. Fires from deep. Goes back up. And Fall gets it to go.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Pokusevski can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
There's the three. Can't hit that one.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Lundberg. Here's Pokusevski. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And that one really took the air out of this crowd.
Ooh, just like that. I mean, you could hear a pin drop in here.
Here's Abrinas. Vesely kicks to Anderson. Three-pointer. Traps in the tray. Anderson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Abrinas' shot is off. Here's Lundberg. No good on the triple. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Here's Abrinas. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Out to the right wing. Pass to Washington. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. Now Pokusevski. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Hernan Gomez on the wing. Shot's good by Metu.
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. The three is up. He drops it from range. First quarter of play, a minute in. From outside the arc. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Here's Metu. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
They immediately found their offensive rhythm, hitting 3 straight shots to start the game.
That three's off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Satoransky. They get it again. Parker outside. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Goes back up. Blocked! In transition! Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And the three off target. Lets it go from deep. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
From the arc. Gets the three to fall.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Parker inside. Uneasy two on the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
They set the pick. Driving to the basket. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Satoransky outside. Pass to Metu. Now here's Parker.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Shot clock at 5. Here's Satoransky. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
1:41 left in the opening quarter.
Home team foul. Satoransky. First personal foul. First team foul.
Shoots. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
And he banks in the layup. Satoransky's gone 2 for 3 from the field. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 9. Here's Metu. To the left wing. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Kicks it out to Parker. Fires the 3. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Metu. And here's Parker. Takes a 3. He buries it from 3. Parker's got 5.
And this night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Into the lane. 4-3. The putback. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter. We're all tied up. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. It's stolen. And here comes the break. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Now here's Anderson. He shoots. It's tipped. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up, high post. It's good. Anderson's got his first 2 points. Here's Teodosic. And there's the screen. Count that one.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter.
Ball is turned over.
On Wednesday, and then on Friday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Here's Teodosic. Up and in on the layup.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Here's Vesely. Pass to fall. Second chance effort. And he lays it in.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Here's Nedovic. Anderson covers. Stolen by Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Driving inside. Pass to fall. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Kicks it out to Anderson. Offensive board. Out to the right wing. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the triple.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. They set the screen. 1:49 left to play in the first half of basketball. No good again that time.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Away team foul. Nedovic. First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 31 left in the first half. Goes up from the block. Uses the glass that time. It's good. And Anderson over to help. From deep. It's hauled in by Fall.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Anderson gets the bucket.
I just love the ball movement.
To the paint. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Misses the layup.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Got a piece of it. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Puts up a three. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Vesely. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he misses the dunk.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's Teodosic. Takes a three. The shot off that time. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They lead by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
You know what time it is. It's time for your...
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Willie Hernan-Gomez is out there with Chemezi Metu. And it's Parker in at the 3 spot. For 3. No good that time. In transition, here they come.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Satoransky outside. Over to the wing. Pure from 3-point range. He's got 6.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Covered by Satoransky. And he dunks it down.
Oh, man, the defender bites on the up fake, giving him a clear line to the basket.
Hey, when it works, that move is just too pretty. Now here's Parker. 5 points in the game. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parker. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Parker defending. There's a screen. For the lead. Drops in the 3.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. And he gets the bucket. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Shot clock at 6. Here he goes. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Pass to Parker. Metu in the post. Kicks it out to Parker. Lets it go from deep. No luck on that one. Parker's gone 2 of 5 tonight. And he goes in for the dunk.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And it's blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Clock at 6. Driving in. This one for 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
4-3. Not going to go that time.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Fires the 3. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Satoransky outside. Here's Parker. Basket's good on the assist from Satoransky. Parker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Tries again. Three-pointer. And Metu pulls it down. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Let's go with a 3. And Metu pulls it down. Metu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Satoransky. Counted. Satoransky's got 6.
When you keep your eyes up, good things tend to happen. Excellent pass ahead.
Satoransky's gone 3 for 5 shooting from the floor. Got it off in time. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Launches a 3. Counted from distance.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Here's Vesely. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Nedovic. Inside. Oh, sweet move. Jams it in off a great move.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. It's Anderson on the wing. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Knocks it down from distance.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Home team foul. Vesely. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And there's a pick. Here's Teodosic. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Team foul.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And the three-pointer goes.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
We've seen a lot of points tonight, but we've also seen a lot of poor defense as well.
That's unacceptable. The hustle and focus on that end is not there for either side.
To tie it up. That shot off. Here's Nedovic. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Here's Vesely. Kicks it out to Anderson. Here's the pick.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
That misses. Had a chance to tie it.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Oh, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And there's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. And finished off by Anderson.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Second team foul. Substitution for the away team.
1:21 left in the fourth.
0.
Right wing. To tie it up. No good there. 5 for 11 in the contest. 55 seconds left in the game. Fires from deep. Up again.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
From the arc. And they recover it.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried.
Incredible. He will hit that from another time zone.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. It ends up being a fairly even.
Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Bonga. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost him the possession. One of the standout performers recently. We have a chance now to recognize the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
They get it back. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Puts up a deep three. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. Jones drives in, goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
And Cannon gets it to go.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
On the basket by Jones. Jones has got his second basket of the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Cannon, defended by Jones. Takes a three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Inside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Bonga, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Good work there as it goes. Cannon's got his third bucket of the night.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Davies, and they get it. Can't capitalize inside.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Here's Cannon, defended by Jones. And there's the call on Jones.
Personal foul.
That's his first
Team
foul. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Down low.
That is how you deny entry. Great effort.
From downtown. Pass to Davies. Second chance shot. His fourth shot. His fourth miss. Still looking for his touch tonight.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
Out to the right wing. There's the screen. To the middle. Right wing. Just 5 to shoot. The three. That shot misses. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Cannon from long range. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. They lead by 13. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Jones is out there with Pokuševski. Then there's Washington. And it's Lundberg in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Teodosic. Here's Nedovic. And a great assist by Teodosic as that one goes in. Nedovic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. They've got Washington. Jones is out there with Pokuševski. And it's Lundberg in at the 2. Here's Pokuševski. They get the rebound. Lets it go from deep. No good. Shot missing. Fast break. Here they come. Kalinic. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Pokuševski is out there with Jones. Then there's Washington. And it's Lundberg in at the 2 spot. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
From past the arc, gets the 3-pointer to fall.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Dos Santos. He's covered by Washington. Out to the right wing. Kalinic. Good on the three-point shot. He has 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
To the wing on the left. Akusevsky. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
To the wing right side. Here's Teodosic. Pass to Bowling Boy. 6 to shoot. Teodosic, no good. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Dos Santos. He's covered by Washington. Dos Santos. Akusevsky grabs the miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And it's Washington missing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he drives in. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage, so an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well, and I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed, no doubt about it, D.A. Here's Washington. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the team.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:08 left here in the second.
Home team foul. Number 45. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is
the
good.
away team. Kalinic taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. 1:03 left to play here in the second quarter. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Bowling Boy. Here's Teodosic. Scoreless thus far. Here's Lundberg. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Nedovic. It's good. Nedovic has got 5.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the half. Dos Santos. He's covered by Washington. Five on the clock. Back to Teodosic. The shot from 20 feet away. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Leading by 17. And we'll be back right after.
It's far enough into the season now where you can tell which guys are for real and which guys are pushing for that ROI.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the visiting team.
I mean,
And that'll do it for half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. with the drive. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
So explosive moving towards the basket. Ntilikina is terrific at getting into the lane.
Here's Cannon, defended by Jones. Back to Cannon. There's a good screen to the left wing. Pocket 6. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. And here's the fast break. And the 3 off target.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And the key for Ntilikina is shooting with confidence, especially when it comes to his perimeter game.
Cannon from long range. Hits it from three-point range. Cannon's got 12.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
It's tipped. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. There's the 3. It's good from long range.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Here's Ntilikina to halt the run, and it's good on the layup.
And ball movement is important to any club. Ntilikina making it a priority to share it with his guys.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah, trust is what they're missing, guys. You've got to keep moving the ball and shoot with confidence. Ultimately, things will happen well when you play together.
Jones has gone 2 of 4 shooting from three-point land. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 5. They swipe it. And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
And he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
It's picked off. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Ntilikina can't hit.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
To the inside. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Into the lane. And easy 2 points on the layup. Ntilikina's got 7 points in the game. Ntilikina's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Here's Cannon. Good on the shot.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Here's Ntilikina. 7 points in the game. Here's Davies. Pass to Bonga. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Fires for 3. That one, no good.
They're losing. because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Here's Teodosic. Nothing on the board. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Jones. Lays it up off the glass.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
Jones has gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. And Nedovic kicks to Bollenboy, and it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. 27 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Frank Ntilikina. First personal foul. Third team foul.
First one falls for him.
Shooting for the away team.
So he gets them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Outside, Jones fires the three. And Nedovic pulls it down. And they're running. Jacks up a three. No good on that one. Fires from way outside. No good on the shot. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 14. And we're here now, a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Pokusevski. He's out there with Jones. And it's Washington in at the point. Pokusevski offline with his three. This one for three. Connects from three-point range.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
A shot by Lundberg, no good. Here's the break. Dos Santos. That three off the mark. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Jones finishing it off.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And the three ball is good.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Stolen. And they're on the break. Craig, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. But I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
For three, offensive rebound to the right side. Pass to Pokusevski. A three-pointer is right on target.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Fires away from outside. That one, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
A shot by Lundberg, no good. Knocked away.
Away team foul. Nedovic. First personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the away team. Number 0.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Washington, that's for two. Rebounded by Bollenboy. Bollenboy's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Teodosic. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
Ball goes to the away team.
Yeah, another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
Fires away from way outside. Akusevsky grabs the miss.
2 minutes.
Akusevsky's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Jones. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Puts up a deep 3. Pass to Nedovic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Here's Teodosic. There's the triple. Over to the wing. Kalinic. And he stays with it. Puts up a deep 3. Teodosic, no good. Jones from outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Nedovic. And the ball goes out of play following the shot.
Team ball.
56 seconds left in the 4th quarter. From deep 3-point territory. Oh, he got it!
Wow!
It went in!
Did that just happen?
It went in!
Did that just happen? Wow!
And that one's good. Teodosic.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Whoa! From way out there!
And it drops. Okay.
Teodosic, the pass to Nedovic. Fires from way outside. And Jones pulls it down. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Pass to Lundberg. From deep 3-point territory. He's off on that one. Fires from way outside. The shot, no good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily.
Welcome to the New Year's Eve festivities here on 2K Sports. We're ready to bring the year to a close in style. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chemezi Metu. He's out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Parker in at the 3. Now here's Satoransky. Metu in the post. There's the triple. Hits the trifecta.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Bonga.
It'll be a turnover. Away team ball.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Here's Satoransky. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Parker. Can't connect from long distance.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Metu. Parker inside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Pass to Bonga. From behind the arc. The shot no good. Satoransky outside. Here's Metu. Back to Satoransky. Over Jones. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2. Here's Ntilikina. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And Ntilikina is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instincts and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
Now here's Satoransky. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Satoransky. Hernan Gomez. The pass to Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. That one doesn't drop. Satoransky's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Ntilikina. Nice move. And he lays it up and in. Ntilikina's got his second bucket of the night.
You've got to respect the speed in transition here. I mean, Ntilikina knows how to get out ahead of the defense and create in the open floor.
Unable to get that one.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Count it.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Hernan Gomez. Take it away. It's blocked. A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Fires the 3. Sinks it from distance.
3 points.
He's got 6.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The 3 ball. Pure from 3-point range.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Pass to Parker. Satoransky outside. Here's Metu. Here's an 8-footer. No good there. 51 seconds left to play in the first. Jones from outside. Satoransky pulls it in.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the ref in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Sinks the tray.
You know, that's what you love about Nilikina. Very unselfish and constantly looking to set up his guys.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Bonga. Yet to see a basket. Out to the right wing. A good-looking shot from the wing.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Leading by 7. Let's get you back to the action on the floor as the New Year's Eve festivities continue. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got Washington, and it's Lundberg in at the 2. Here's Pokashevsky. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Anderson for 3. Second shot opportunity. Shot clock at 6. The 3 is up. Here's Vesely. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Anderson covers. Jones with a screen on Anderson. The floater, and the layup is up and in.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
Count the basket. Anderson's got his first points of the night.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Here's Jones. Oh! And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Here's Pokashevsky. No good with the triple. And he converts the layup.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Here's Jones. To the wing, right side. Pass to Pokashevsky. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Away team ball.
On Friday and then Sunday.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
The score now all even.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Takes it inside. Fires for 3. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating them to the spot. Well done.
Jacks up a 3. Drills it from deep. Pokashevsky's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Banked it in off the glass.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
From outside the arc, gets the 3 ball to go. Pokuševski's got 9.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
It's Anderson on the wing. To the left side wing. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, which should help them cut into that deficit.
Ooh, it's stolen away. Lets a 3 fly. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8. 1:11 left in the second period. Anderson covers. Here's Washington. And the layup is good off the glass.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Vesely. 50 seconds left in the first half. The 3 is up. Pass to Fall. Outside Anderson. 6 to shoot. And another shot. And he lays it in.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
The rebound by Lundberg. Washington drives in. That one's good for 2.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
The visitors with the ball. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. They lead by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Aleksej Pokuševski.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
To the wing on the left. Out left to the wing. Back to Metu. 5 on the clock. Another shot. And it's good on the layup.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Chimezie Metu out there with Willie Hernan-Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the shooting guard position. Parker outside. Pass to Metu. And here's Hernan-Gomez. He's scoreless. Satoransky shot is off. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Off the mark there with a 3.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
For the lead. Shot's good by Metu.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half. I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Pass to Hernan-Gomez. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Bonga, his first shot attempt. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
First team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Satoransky outside. Here's Metu. Satoransky outside. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Nails it from 3. He's got 12.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Stolen by Parker. Out on his own on the break for the finish. And Parker throws it down.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Over to the left wing. Here's Bonga. And no good. The dry spell continues.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here we go, one-on-one. Jones from outside. Second chance shot. No good at the rim.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And let's send it over to Ali LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, they'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in. That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Ali. He hit the ground running. A minute 35 left in the third. Here's Ntilikina. And he makes it on the layup. Ntilikina's got 6.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Uses the glass on the layup.
They're really working the paint now.
The 3. He drops it from range.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
1:02 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. There's a screen by Metu. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Robbed. Here's the 3. Bonga gets the bucket. Bonga's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Satoransky left side. Sweet little floater.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Bonga gets the bucket. Bonga's gotten his second bucket.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Defended by Jones. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 19 points in the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Alexei Pokashevsky, and it's Jones in at the center position, filling out the middle. Gets the 3 to fall.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Jones sets a screen. Corner shot. Offensive rebound. Pass to Pokashevsky.
Home team foul. Lundberg. First personal foul.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
It was so close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And he makes both free throws.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Pass to Pokashevsky. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Really left him alone that time.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Here's Lundberg. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Nicholas Laprovitola.
The visitors with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Vesely. Pokashevsky covering. Pass to Anderson. Low block shot. And the shot is good off the backboard.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Washington with the ball. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2. Dwayne Washington Jr.
First one falls for him. And so Washington nails both of them. Anderson inside. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And the three-pointer goes. Anderson's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Shot on the wing, and that one is right through the heart.
Hey, draw him up a solid play, get him an open look, and he delivers.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Soft touch off the glass.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Now here's Washington. Not a lot of room. Here's Bunga. No good on the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
From the stripe. The rebound by Bunga. Washington outside. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Anderson covers. Just 5 on the clock. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
40 seconds left in the game. The offensive rebound.
Fall.
It falls.
Crucial play, using the height advantage to finish at the cylinder. And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
It's not over yet.
They set a pick. Pass to Bonga to take the lead. And he drills the triple.
Big time bucket to put him in front. Now they've got to put everything into their D and come up with a big stop.
There's the drive.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
And so they get the victory here at home. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the...
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Medu is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the 2. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Satoransky looking around. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Out to the right wing. They set the pick. Here's Cannon. Satoransky covering. To the paint. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. It's just very solid offense.
Here's Cannon. He gets it in there.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now, here's Parker. 7-point differential. Pass to Satoransky. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Cannon. The tray. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
The shot by Satoransky, no good.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Cannon. Satoransky covering. Cannon can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Parker. No good that time.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
In the corner, Cannon with it. They set the pick. Second shot opportunity. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And the first one drops.
2 shots.
He's off on the second. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. He has 6.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Covered by Parker to the left side wing. They set the screen. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Satoransky, after 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Now, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Here's Cannon. Satoransky covering. The shot, no good. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Parker, right side.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
.107 left here in the first quarter. Ball stolen.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now, here's Satoransky. His 3-pointers off the mark. It's tipped, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Zadorowski.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Cannon, launches it. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
First one falls for him.
At the line for 2.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, a great player on a great roll at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Down low. Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Now into the
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up 7. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Abrinas' shot is off. They've got Anderson, and it's Abrinas in at the 2. Pass to Bowling Boy. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Laprovitola. Here's Abrinas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The defender all over.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
For the away team, Abrinas.
And he makes both free throws. And the home team has possession. They've got Fall, and it's Abrinas in at the 2. Dos Santos drills it from outside.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Laprovitola. There's the screen. Takes a 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Teodosic. Takes it off the glass.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Abrinas. And he makes good on the layup.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Pass to Teodosic. Kalinic. And a great assist by Teodosic as that one goes in.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Here's Laprovitola. He has 5. Here's Abrinas. Three-pointer. And Nedovic pulls it down.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Abrinas. drains the three-pointer. Abrinas has got 7 points for the quarter.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Rovitola passes to Anderson. There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's the screen. In the corner, Teodosic with it. Boy, it's good on the putback.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Rovitola passes to Fall. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Abrinas with the bucket.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Abrinas has gone 50% from deep tonight, making 2 of 4. Dos Santos trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And it's Abrinas in the corner. Misses the three.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Swiped away. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Boy. Here's Teodosic. The long distance three is buried. Teodosic has got 5.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Sinks the triple.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Out to the wing. Here's Nedovic. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Nedovic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so that's the end of the first half. They lead by 13. We'll step away briefly, but we'll get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in.
Yeah, you could tell rebounding was a...
Okay, now we've got some time to take a look at the Eastern Conference. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Now, here is Hernan Gomez, guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. That shot misses.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Parker out there with Medu. Then there's Hernan Gomez, and it's Zadaransky in at shooting guard. From deep three-point land, kept alive, out left to the wing. Hands it from downtown. He's got 9.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
There's the pick. Shot on the wing, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Intercepted. Pushing it up. There's Cannon with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Cannon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
He tries for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Pass to Medu to the wing right side. They can't stop the run with that one.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
The three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
From outside the arc, buries it from three-point range.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Shoots the three. The rebound by Medu.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Cannon. Lets the three fly. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Medu. Hernan Gomez a screen.
Who's watching here?
6 on the shot clock. Tries a three. Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And nothing is falling for him right now. Right wing. It's Parker outside. Cannon with the rebound. Takes the three. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Driving inside. Pass to Medu. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Off target with his three. Cannon looking over the floor. And the three ball is good. Cannon's got 11 points.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds.
Away team ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Abrinas. He's got 10.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Cannon. Three-pointer. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Stolen by Vesely. They've got Anderson, and it's Fall in at the 5 spot. Launches a three. Got a piece of it.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Here's Teodosic. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Laprovitola passes to Fall. Here's Laprovitola, just 5 to shoot. The three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Kalinic. Boy kicks to Nedovic. Cranes the three-pointer.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Teodosic. Here's Boy. Basket good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Drops in the tray.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Fires from way outside. Rebound by Vesely.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Pass to Abrinas. The three ball. Puts up a three. That one doesn't drop.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Now Vesely. And it's Abrinas in the corner. Fires from deep. Vesely passes to Fall.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:56 left in the fourth. Here's Abrinas from the wing. Rebounded by Boy. Boy's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Teodosic. There's the pick. And he goes in for the dunk.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Pass to Abrinas. Puts it up. Cans the shot from the wing.
Abrinas. Assist from Cody.
And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Kalinic. And a miss there on the triple. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point territory. Rebound by Vesely.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And here they come. From deep three-point territory. Unable to get that one. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Some good moments throughout this one, but
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Bonga. There's the three. Drops in the three.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Defended by Jones. Three-pointer, down to 5 on the shot clock. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Takes the three. He can't hit that time.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
The three, counted from distance.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
From deep. Knocked loose. Ntilikina, the pass to Bonga. Three-pointer off the mark. The three is up. The putback. He's off on that one. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, BA.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Goes up on the wing. Deflected.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Basket counts.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Defended by Jones. From downtown. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Let's go with a three. Knocks it down from distance.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. 1:58 left in the first quarter here. Six on the shot clock. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Into the lane. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Hits the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Puts up a deep 3. That shot off the mark.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
.34 seconds left in the first. Clock at 6. From the arc. Drains the triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Defended by Jones. Connects from downtown.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The shot's good. Jones has got 5.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Teodosic. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
They've got Alexei Pokashevsky, and it's Washington in at point guard. Pass to Lundberg, three-pointer. They get the rebound to the left wing. Goes back up. Pokashevsky in the post. Washington right side. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. And Pokashevsky gets it to go. Pokashevsky's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Launches it. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Fires the 3. Here's Jones, and he jams it home with authority.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
They grab their own miss.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
The putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Well, Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
Here's Pokashevsky. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Keeps it alive. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Washington drives in. Here we go, one-on-one. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
Pokashevsky. A quick shot there. It's off target.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selection. They have to be set up for success.
Here's Lundberg with the drive. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Assisted.
Woo!
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Here's Nedovic, still without a bucket. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. Washington grabs the miss. Lays it up and banks it in. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Defended by Jones.
Dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Here's Pokashevsky. He takes it in.
A one-handed tomahawk That's a guaranteed highlight, B.A.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that. And it's off from three-point range.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Got a hand on it. On the break. Teodosic buries it from three.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Pokashevsky gets it to go.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Fires the three, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Beyond the arc. No good on the shot. Here's Nedovic. On the take, and that one drops for him.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And that concludes the first half. They're up by 10. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Well, I think for the home team, I've always loved when I started the season at home. I'd be eating good, I'd be dominating down low, I'd be picking up that.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the visiting team. That does it for halftime.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Now Jones. Going inside. Misses from short range.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Offensive board. Second shot opportunity. It's tipped. And they're pushing it up. The three is up. Bonga gets the bucket. Bonga's got 9.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And there's the screen. To the right side for 3. On target from range. 11 points in the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up. And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Jones from outside. They get it back. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And there's the drive. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Fires in the triple.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And he drives in. Here's the break. Out to the right wing. Puts up a three. He buries it from three.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
They set the screen. Bonga. Cash money on the open jump shot. Bonga's got 5 points in the quarter.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
From deep three-point land. The shot won't fall.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. "55 seconds left to play in the third. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 19.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball. Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Bonga. 13 points in the game. Jones, the pass to Bonga. Offline with a three.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
And here they come. Pass to Ntilikina. 4-3. No good. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Up 19. And we're just moments away from the... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification.
Oh, my goodness, it counts!
Did that really go in?
Oh, that might be the craziest shot I've seen. No rhyme or reason whatsoever.
We've got Washington, and it's Jones in at the 5.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
Man, just sent it down with some force.
I mean, the defense basically gave that one to him.
Pass to Pokashevsky. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A., and the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Washington passes to Pokashevsky. The half-court heave is off target.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
Fires away from way outside. The shot comes out. Here's Nedovic. Fires from way outside. Can't hit that one. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pokashevsky the miss. Teodosic. Over to the wing. The three. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Washington passes to Jones. It's Pokusevski on the wing. Hits the trifecta.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Sinks it from distance. Pokusevski's got 9 points in the quarter.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
And they'll get another chance. Fires away from way outside. Launches it from deep. The shot misses. Fires from way outside. The rebound by Lundberg. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Pokusevski. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Another shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul, first team.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white. But you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Away team ball.
Now here's Washington. Shot clock at 6. Fires away from way outside. The shot no good. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Fires from way outside. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the...